And how did y'all do when y'all in nationals?
Fourth in the country.
Fourth in the country.
Probably
So I mean, y'all won what?
Won four. Yeah.
Which battle you think was the toughest when you was out there in nationals?
The one that we lost because they did a box one on me. I gave him 25 and 15 in the Christmas tournament. And the coach told me after the game, he said, I wasn't going to let you do what you did to us at our home gym. No player ever did what you did. He went up in the stands and talked to my mother, the coach. He said, your son is a great basketball player. He said, I'm giving him an all-tournament trophy. Because he knew my mother was up in the stands. Yeah. But he followed the school that beat us the first year, Southern Idaho. Did the same thing. Because he talked to the coach. He said, how did y'all beat them? Well, Jackie Knowles at the point. He said, we did boxing one. Come right out to the same thing to me. And at that point, Frank Layden came down, signed, everything, because I didn't care. I only went to visit Niagara University. I was scared of flying.
Right.
I was supposed to go visit Hawaii. Tom Henderson, going to senior year, wants me to come play with him. Because going back to Ewald, going back to Clinton, you move over to the 2. He said, Coach, I only came here for you.
Right.
Your man wants to move to the 2, Tom. I said, how long was the flight? Oh, right. He said, 13 hours. I said, tell him I'll see him back on the block. Later on, now I'm working sports management with pros. Now I'm going to the Low High Classic. Retiring, I'm flying out there. But again, at that time, that's the immaturity.
Yeah, take time. So you said you ended up at Niagara.
I only went to visit Niagara. I didn't go to John McLeod was at Oklahoma. He came up to me, he said, I got Alvin Adams, he would love to play with you, Phoenix Suns.
So there wasn't even much to think about. It just all boiled down to the fact that you didn't want to get on that flight.
Right. All the flights was 1 hour.
I know that the MAC conference was created in 1980. You obviously were in college before 1980. So what conference was that?
We was independent. We wanted strong independence. Notre Dame was independent. Providence was independent. All the big schools was independent. There was no Big East. You had the Southwest Conference, Texas A&M, Big Ten, Pac-12, Bill Walton. If I went to USC, I'm playing against all of them. Yeah, they had conferences.
Yeah, but just so happened the Northeast schools weren't in conferences.
Wasn't making no difference because again, you know who you are and what you can do, and I was doing.
So now, how would you go about preparing for your junior year, knowing that I'm about to go and play D1 ball, we're gonna play against some dudes. Yeah, so
it was nothing to me because that's the arrogance and the confidence, because now you done worked on your craft and now you finally was recognized nationally. I'm top 3 point guards in the country, my All-American team, first, second, third, 5 pros was on that team, potential. I was one of them. And all I'm on is, I'm just that guy.
So now let's talk about your time at Niagara. Your junior year rolls around. Walk us through that.
I'm playing with 3 high school All-Americans. One you may be able to identify from New York City. His name is Roy Beekman, Lonnie Christie. The other was Chico Singleton. Roy just passed. Okay, thank God bless. Chico, Roman Catholic. Mike Banner, Dallas Carmagees, went to DePaul. Chico's bad boy, point guard, he's my guy. And Kevin Udell, Syracuse. And Andy Walker, athletic director, Robotic Community College, Queensbridge Projects. All I'm knowing is them 4 miles, 1,000 push-ups, sit-ups. Nobody was in my way. Nothing could stop me, deal with me. And it wasn't like, this is D1. I'm playing against that in New York City. I'm playing with that in New York City. And now we rolling. And that was the preparation. I wasn't taking nothing for granted, but it was just another obstacle. So it was just D1 ball. We're playing on national TV. We're playing regional TV. We played in front of 15,000. Buffalo Auditorium, Buffalo Braves played there. Palestra, 76ers playing there. We're playing all the big arenas where the pros are playing, depending on where it was at. Playing against DePaul. Legendary coaches. Minnesota wanted me. Playing against them, beat them by 20. You know, we 5-1 out the gate. Mm-hmm. I really done broke the record. 14, I broke over 16. Third game of the season. Articles, my name in every article. First game out the gate, Knowles and Volker leads Niagara route. First game of the season. We're just doing it. We go to Villanova, Philadelphia, whatever the paper is. Niagara Rose is Jackie Rose. Gonna lead the nation in assists per game. And we had a fast break there. Dave Gavitt wanted me. He got the ball out of my hand. We lost by 1 to Providence. That was our first loss. So we come home for our first game at home. We beat Minnesota. They recruited me hard. Wrong behavior. Just went to pro. Coach was like, yeah, your boy's up there. We want you. They know I was scared of flying.
So now
I had to go visit.
I know that I don't know if, however comfortable you feel speaking on it, but I know that there was a little bit of turmoil during your junior campaign, and you were rocking and rolling. You made history. You've done a lot of great things during that junior year, but there was a little bit of turmoil that maybe put a little damper on your basketball future. If you don't mind going into that.
Yes. Guys' feelings was hurt. You're a celebrity from where you're from. Niagara was a powerhouse program, ranked 11th recruiting in the nation. We had potential. We had 3 potential pros. It was going to be drafted. And like anything else, guys were sitting back, letting it loose, talking about it in the dorm and everything else. And, you know, I had to play leadership and just expressing. And eventually, with the captain who was getting letters from Chicago Bulls, Clay Royster, it would bother me because this game would destroy him, just like others on my team. You know, I was like, man, maybe we should talk to the coach and see about, you know how the guys are feeling, and, see how it goes. And, you know, we did that. And the captain stepped up and said, nobody to get penalized for things we want to express, and so forth and so on. And I sat back after what we talked about up in the dorm as a collective team. It was a whole lot different. It was now putting your feelings out in the open for it to be received by the coach who said, I ain't gonna hold nothing against anybody. That turned out to be looking like I was like leader of the pack, which wasn't the case. And after the meeting, you sent me home for the Christmas tournament. I came back and put him back in the starting lineup. Said, we need you. Team is different without you. But I didn't have that same feeling about the team. I felt like, you know, not like they had a thing called stab in your back, but like you were set up because I never had a problem with a coach and didn't have a problem with him. And it was like, it looked like this waited to the TV games. We was playing against Bonovich at St. John's, Channel 4. I just showed you the article. I never played a stitch of a moment in the game. TV, national TV.
Wow.
And I had to live with that. Didn't play no more the rest of the season. Last 8 games, of course, it's NIT and everything. St. John's game at our gym, you would have Conaseca and Layden was talking at the half-court line. Bucky Waters is interviewing them. Hot Rod Hundley. He was white, came running through the crowd, jockstrap on, cheeks hanging out. He had a mask on. He had a balloon in his hand. Dropped the box right in front of the TV. I don't know, like the TV knew. They stumped it that quick. But it said, "Fire Fat Frank." I'm in the stands. St. Bonaventure, we playing up there. The crowd is yelling, "We want Knowles, we want Royster." Ladies ignoring it. St. John, "We want Knowles, we want Royster." He's leading rebounder. Game over. Frank Layden calls me into his office. He says, "The reason why I didn't play you, the pro scout said you was on the end of the bench laughing." I just looked at him. "Yeah, they know who you are." I walked out the locker room, walked out his office, back to the locker room. Me watching my teammate, the captain from Hartford, Connecticut, 6'6", leading rebounder. We used to call him Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Once the game went up, the ball went up in the air, turned to a whole different person. I'm reading the letters in his crib. Chicago Bulls, they're gonna draft him. Messed him up. We ain't playing no more. He got his master's. Then he went into drug rehabilitation. I went to see him in rehabilitation in Georgia. Jake the Snake Roberts, DDTs, 6'5", white boy. Got his boots on. Drug rehabilitation.
Oh Lord, he ain't talking about who I think we talk about.
The one who used to have the snake around his neck. Jake the Snake, Roberts. Sitting right there, getting rehab. It was high-end drug, because he was digital employment counselor. I got 2 people jobs. So when I went through that, I came back, go to my Juco, because I want to get my degree. I had 2 scouts from overseas following me. They wanted me to sign. I wouldn't do it. Tom Anderson wanted to try to see if I helped me get to the Atlanta Hawks for trial. I was like, man, I ain't worried about that. I didn't sign the contract, so I want to finish and get my degree. Because I know I want to come back to the community and continue to give back. So I sacrificed that.
So you never played a senior year?
No.
Wow.
At the D1 level, I went down to Central Methodist to try to clear my head. Never Shed helped me get there, but that was just to clear my head. I wasn't really into it then.
Yeah.
Then I got to Northwest where I got my degree, my bachelor's. Did Division II. They won the Nationals year before last, twice in a row. And I took some brothers from uptown, got them scholarships, and took 4 others, my peers. We played with Never Shed, took them out there. So they get their degrees and clear my projects. Again, I was already doing what I
community work.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Then I came home and the coach, the AD from Rockland Community College gave me the keys to the gym, and I became the head basketball coach at Rockland Community College at the age of 25.
Oh, okay.
One of the youngest coaches in the country.